Be careful what you wish for.
That's nice.
I will give you a URL. And you too, Neil, if you want to still work with us or some of our other organizations that we work with. We work with like Frontline SMS and Wikimedia. So I'll give you guys a URL and just sign up on there and I'll know you came from here.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
And what was it? I remember you were telling me the other day there was the environmental project. Do you remember what that was again?
Marathi.
What?
It's called Marathi.
Marathi?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's Kevin's baby.
That is Kevin's baby.
That's when she gets hurt. Maybe it'll. You have to put it on. There's something popping up back here where I will log animation.
We have another conversion
it's,
on object
one of the-
detected.
I think it's calling something.
Yes. Yeah, we don't play it. It's one that follows the
John, if I create a posted file, and I just copied the ask for 4-digit thing, what do I, what's the extension?
Oh, if it's a Java, which one did you copy?
JavaScript.
Yeah, it should be .js. You can change, edit only.
Can I edit?
Yeah, you can edit.
Yeah. Because I can't change the extension
Oh,
after I saved it already.
yeah, just create a new one then.
Okay.
Look in the comments.
Hello. Hey, can someone run downstairs and grab the guys down there? Cool. So, it's been a long and winding road. If you guys,
I'm actually starting this just once.
Alright, you're still working?
We're just trying to figure out what we're gonna
Okay. Cool. So we're gonna do the final presentations. We have I think about 8 different teams that are going to be doing presentations. And in no particular order, I'm gonna give. Some of the teams are kind of still figuring out what they're going to say. We're live streaming. If somebody wants to, anybody have a presentation they want to use the projector? Okay, couple. Okay, cool. If you're going to use the projector, someone needs to go ahead and get started now, setting up. It's right here, and I have it plugged in. Right there.
You have a VGA adapter?
You
even have a Mac adapter.
Yes. So, Kelly, try not to come over here.
Yes. Okay.
We're streaming from this one. So, try to figure out. We are going to be doing some. I'm going to say judging some recognitions. We do have some prizes in the form of falling notebooks, gift cards. Judging from the count of people, I think everybody's going to walk out a winner. Why don't we have Super Sorter, guys? You want to go first? So Super Sorter, Angelo and Matthew. and come around here, guys, and oh, you want? Oh, well,
Oh, it's
yeah. Well, then why don't we have you guys go first?
okay.
Actually, we gotta turn the projector. Let him. So we're gonna have the responder maps.
You want to come
Go
over, Gavin,
first.
and kind of be moral support here?
See if we can.
But I just met her. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned it as soon as I heard the name.
All right.
You just aspect ratioed it manually.
Sometimes you have to move the
I'm not
screen.
sure where do I have to stand for the live stream?
You have to stand. This would probably be. Here, we can move it this way, so you can. So, here you go.
Okay. Can we turn it so I don't have to stand in the projector light? Okay, great.
Well, you can also do animals and things like that.
Cool. All right. Hi, my name is Trey Smith, and I work at Carnegie Mellon University and NASA Ames Research Center. And I'm going to talk to you about Responder Maps, which is a platform for map sharing for crisis response. Next, yeah. So there are lots of critical questions in a big disaster where a map is part of the answer to the question, and you really need to know the answer. So an example is, where should I deliver the food supplies? You need to know where the shelters are. Where are the fire hydrants? Yep. Where are the incidents? Or which roads are open? So these are all really critical questions. Okay, so as a leader of a team that's trying to help out in one of these disasters, there's a good chance I need to see multiple layers. I need to see them together at the same time, and I need the ability to share them with my team. So a tool for map sharing is really important. So this is an example of a really large-scale common operating picture from that you could use with a major disaster. A very large team has probably helped to select the layers that go into this and made sure that they all work together. One thing that you'll notice is that there are a whole bunch of layers on the right-hand side here. So this doesn't scale very well if you're an ordinary user who's not much of a GIS specialist. And it also doesn't work very well if you're like on a mobile device like a phone. So next. So something that we think looks a little better for that case. This is showing different teams that might be engaged in responding to the same disaster. So for example, you might have ambulance dispatchers who need these top 3 layers, fire dispatchers who need the middle 3 layers, and field observers who need the bottom 3 layers, all on the same disaster. Next step. And this is the tool that we're talking about to help address the situation. So the idea is to make it very easy if somebody else has assembled a large set of map layers for you to create the map set that you need for your team. And now I'll escape out and try and run a quick little demo here. So the new part of this demo is we added the ability for multiple users to log into the system and for each user to have multiple map sets that they can edit. And let me zoom this out a little bit. So this is what the interface looks like. And on the right-hand side here, you see a library of layers that we've assembled in advance. And in the middle, here's the map set that I'm trying to create right now. So you can see I can drag and drop the layers in. And as I drag and drop them in, I can turn them on and off, and I see the results in the map. So that's the basic idea. Check this back out. So that's what I was working on so far at this Random Hacks event. And Gavin saw the platform that I just showed you, and he said, I know how to make that better using a JavaScript framework called Backbone. So we haven't integrated our work together yet, but he has almost all of the demo that I showed you implemented in Backbone, and we're going to migrate to that technology after the Random Hacks event. Next. And Grace was also working on the team, so this is a slightly different problem, but so in order to create that layer library in the first place, it really helps to have the ability to insert all different kinds of map data. So one type of map data that you typically get is somebody hands you a printed page with a map on it, and you don't know what the coordinates are. So the idea there is you can scan that, you can upload it, and then you manually select tie points between the base layer and the map, and then you can register it and add that as a layer. So that's the tool that she was working on that's shown here. So that's it, thanks.
Wow.
Very cool. So if the next team that has a projector thing, go ahead and plug in. Who does not have a projector presentation that wants to talk? Anybody?
Plug in, show us.
I can do it without the projector.
Okay.
So I was just going to show my task
Cool.
list anyway. So.
Yes, Dan from the
Pineapple
Pineapple Project.
Okay, for Pineapple, as you remember at the beginning of this Random Hacks event, what we wanted to do was integrate some of the things that we did during the last event that we were involved in, which was the International Space Apps Challenge. So we had pieces that were done by a team in Nairobi, pieces that were done in Santo Domingo, pieces we did in San Francisco the last time, and we wanted to pull all those together. We made a lot of progress, but we didn't quite get everything integrated yet. So we're still working on it. We did do some work. Ravi here did some really great work on building a new database for us out of our old, more spreadsheet-based database. Lessa did some good work on trying to find public sources of climate data that we could integrate into our database. And Ken Fax also did some really good work on trying to get mobile frameworks set up. And I was working on getting the mapping. We got the mapping solution settled on. I was hacking away at some maps over there, but to be honest, I don't have anything any better to show you than what we had the last time. So that's why I'm not going to show you anything this time. So we did get the team together. We're going the right direction. We've got a better framework in place now to make progress on this, but we didn't quite get everything integrated yet. So there's still more work to be done. Cool. That's it.
Angela, you guys want to go?
I could go ahead and start. So our project is called Super Sorter or Sorter. Pretty much our problem is trying to get educational tools to the mass, or at least towards the direction of people with disabilities, or just basically educational tools. So this weekend, luckily Matt was very familiar with C#, was able to, for us to create a game. It's basically a simple sorting game for trash, learning how to, so you wanna, all right? So right now, it's just, okay, I have I'm gonna go ahead and sort the trash. Oh, oops. That's going for recycling. Oh, compost. Oops.
Oh no!
Oh, I missed it now. Oop. This is pizza. Oh man. Own game.
Get far away.
This is a hard game.
Oh, this is plastic. Oh no. Plastic. Oh, good. Oh, darn it. Oh, I did get it. So.
I was doing this the whole time. I had no idea what was going on.
Me too.
I know. I
It
found
all
it.
makes sense now.
Well, if you walk by to the bathroom, you've got in the game, so you have to be careful.
I thought there were like flies around the room.
It's an apple.
Hot.
Go ahead
I
and-
thought they were goofing off.
Oh man, horrible. I'm just littering the world.
Yay.
So yeah, that's basically it.
Cool.
We're using pretty much
And that's with the Unity.
yeah, Unity engine. Yeah.
What do you want to do next?
I'm actually continuing this beyond. I'm actually putting on my own hackathon that actually is tailoring towards development of doing games, tailoring towards that. It's called In Motion Game Jams. It's actually coming out in July, the end of July, 27th to 29th.
Cool.
So if you're interested,
Here in town?
yeah, it's in San Francisco. It's actually going to be at the center where actually I work. I'm a vocational instructor, and that's where the event's going to be held at.
Awesome. Cool.
Where is
Where is that?
It's called the Bethel Center.
Bethel?
Yeah, B-E-T-H-E-L.
B-A-T-H.
E-L. Yes.
What was the name of your project again?
Super sorter.
Sorter.
Oh. How-
Yeah.
Cool. Good work, guys.
Now we lost the
So, who wants to go next? Do you guys want to go, Scott? You need the projector? Okay.
No, you say yourself. Go ahead.
So, the next project is, you guys had a fancy name, so I gotta look it up here. Oh. This is, one of the teams from, Amnesty International, and they were working on, population migration issue.
Someone else should go because we've got a connection problem.
I'll just plug in.
And they're gonna go in a minute. In the meantime, we can have, how about, landmines? You guys go? Okay.
Searching for signal. It's gonna be good.
So, Bilal and team.
And team. Projector is almost done. No.
Which cable is the
The,
limiting factor?
Do we have to push a button to make it find us? Or do I have to just plug it?
The agent that's going to fit this is an adapter because he's got it to demonstrate.
That guy.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know it's not.
Because it's on his it's local. It's
Right. Let me look to find the bag. There might be an adapter in the bag.
Oh, maybe you have.
Sure, I can.
Can we get a phone?
All right. So, so this weekend, we spent a lot of time developing.
Does that help? Sorry. We should do it after. Here, this.
That's right.
Okay.
So,
No, that doesn't help.
The other side.
Okay, so this is responder maps. What we have done this weekend is we really quickly tried to create an organization from scratch, from pretty much absolutely nothing. So in order to facilitate the sharing of information and resources as it relates to open source hardware and information about landmines in general, we set up a Drupal website, and I'd like to thank Leisha for a lot of her support in doing the system administration stuff and installation and the creation of this really simple way to add content. And we get to add either pages or resources, and there's going to be a workflow summary for explaining to people how they can participate in this effort. And the other things that we developed really quickly were, social media. So we have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/zerominds. All of you have portable internet devices. Please like us there. We have a Twitter account, twitter.com/zerominds. Again, each of you has a Twitter account, more than likely. Please follow us there. And there's a reason why I want you guys to do this. Because this is actually a solution presented by somebody on Facebook when he saw our project. When did we start doing this? 3 days ago, okay? This is the power of social media, and I've seen it happen again and again in my projects. It might not be the solution. I mean, sure, it's kind of cool. It's got this pivot and a rake and a cable and chains, and he kind of explains how to do it in the comments. And so one of the things I'm really trying to do is make sure that the website is tied in to Facebook, and we're lucky to have another really amazing member on our team, Mortoda, who is down at Facebook right now. So I'm glad to have him there. And we've also been creating blog posts. So in terms of the architecture, I encourage you guys to all go to zerominds.org and sign in. There are ways for you to participate. And as we're being interviewed today, we want to assure you that you don't have to be, a explosives expert or a technical person. Research, just general experience, personal stories. Figure out ways that you can share and help spread the concept forward. Like, this problem is really, really big. I'd like you guys to go to our Facebook. And oh yeah, this is the other thing we did. This is why I opened up all these tabs. So you see down here, organizations, tech links, detection, contributor rosters, us, helpful handbooks, and then info. Arzu helped us a lot by going through and finding information, publishing articles, and gathering research. So we had a team of researchers, technical people, and just general administration types who created a platform for sharing a lot of this information and hopefully solving a problem.
And all of this information that is in the Google Docs right now, we've already started to migrate that over to the website so that it's easily available. And eventually everything that you just saw in that Google document will all be on the website. And as he said, just because you don't think you know anything about landmine detection or explosives or any of that doesn't mean that you don't have something to contribute. As resources come online and as new solutions and new puzzles come online, you can go in, you can look at the different pages that we have, you can comment on them and take part in the conversation. Comments on solutions are kind of like reviews on Amazon. You can discuss what's good and what's bad and maybe help people to think through things in a new way. One of the things that we didn't get to today but will be shortly after this hackathon, we're going to add 2 more buttons to every page. One that says fork this idea, which will copy that idea into a new document.
So
and
can
then
you repeat that?
Fork this!
Fork this idea, and it will copy that idea into a new document so that you can change it. That way the original idea is still fully intact and people can see it, and the new version that you can change will also be there. And then there will be links between the 2 of them so people can see how these ideas are evolving and the pros and cons of each of the different versions. And there will also be another link that says submit a new idea, and that will give you a blank page where you can do all new information. So some of the back end part of that is done, but the front end part of it is not yet. So, but we're working on it.
I think it would be cool if you just, like you did before, but describe your experience with RHoK.
Oh, so I don't know how many other people here are not programmers, but I have very, very limited coding experience. And I came here not really knowing if I'd be able to contribute anything, but I felt very welcome. So thank you for having me, and thank you for giving me something to do that doesn't require me to go through like a JavaScript class or something first. So I think it's important for people to know that you don't have to be a code hacker to contribute in hacking. You can be a writer hacker, you can be an artist hacker. So thanks for having me, and thanks for making me feel like I can actually contribute, because that's why I'm here. Contributing.
And last 2 things, we made this minute-long video, and put a little bit of work in it, so why not show it while we're here? And June 9th, take the address and go like this, okay? And it's 82 2nd Street, starting at 11 a.m. I'm nicer than RHoK. We're going to have another hackathon focusing on the hardware side of things, because we found some really interesting stuff about chemistry, about quadricopters, and about explosives. Most of those things are really cool. So if you're interested in exploding chemicals in the air and stuff like that,
We won't actually be exploding any buildings.
No,
Or
we won't.
people.
Hopefully.
All right, and then this is the big and it just
There are 100 million landmines in the ground right now.
100 million.
And this total grows by over 1 million mines placed every year.
Landmines kill 3 people every hour.
Going off nowhere. That's all right.
Civilians.
People in 80 countries are vulnerable to landmines.
80 countries.
Some of these countries have enough landmines to kill their entire population.
The whole population could die.
In Iraq alone, it would cost over $2.5 trillion to remove these mines at even the cheapest available methods today. We've all been a part of creating this problem, and we can also all be a part of the solution. ZeroMines.org is a grassroots community platform working towards an open hardware solution to discover and eradicate landmines worldwide. So join us online at ZeroMines.org and on Facebook and Twitter at ZeroMines, and welcome to the solution. Thanks.
Okay, and now I'll pause it over here, and you guys can type it in because it's so hard to spell. All right, thanks. 7 people helped us with our project. Leisha, Lyra, Arzu, Matthew, Murtola, and I. So this was an amazing team, and just coming to RHoK and taking an idea and like seeing it start to spread is like a small version of what I hope our platform will help on a larger scale.
Last weekend, this was 1 man, and
now it's 7 men
and now
women.
it's 7 men and women and people abroad. So, like, Random Hacks of Kindness. Fox. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you guys. They have their project on GitHub, and while you're plugged in, can we use your?
So I just log into GitHub or something?
Yeah.
Or let them log into GitHub? Okay. So.
So come over there. And
Do you have Mongo?
Not gonna.
No.
Not gonna help out.
Yeah, it's forget.
Okay.
You can hold it up like this. I can hold it up for you.
So we just doing it with this?
Yeah, we're just gonna.
Okay. You can put it here so you can get stream.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is what you guys say?
All right. None of you guys can see this project, but we have it. If you guys want to gather around, maybe you can look at it. Hopefully.
Why don't you turn the laptop this way so?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Can't you plug the laptop in?
No.
No, they don't have an adapter for it.
Every adapter now.
Oh.
Is this all right?
Yeah, we do.
You guys.
Huh?
Seriously?
No, it's different.
It's a different adapter.
wider.
Not...
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Take it off and turn it back on again?
All right. So. I'm gonna start off.
Sure. So again, what we actually wound up with at the end of the weekend is right now a fully functional tool. You can access it from any browser, and again, we're looking to be able to collect information about potential hazards, potential dangers for those who are in migration and underway, but also as a tool to allow people to check in. Even in a sort of low-tech way, to check in and let loved ones know that, or their networks know that indeed they're safe. So the interface here, and it's Llegué a salvo, which means
Arrived. No.
I arrived.
Safely.
Yeah, but there's a better translation that's kind of more colloquial in English. That's why we went for it.
I got there safely. Maybe.
Yeah, like
got
made
there
it
safe.
safe.
Made it safe. That's what it is.
Made it safe. Yeah.
So you simply start by picking a unique username. It can be anything. Maybe it's something that's relevant to your family. It could be a niece's name at a beach or something. But something that's very unique. You don't really need a password, just this username. You can access the site, and then once you're there, you can observe hazards, essentially, that other people have reported. So, for instance, police were on the road leading north into Juarez, don't know what they were doing. More comprehensive reports potentially by civil society organizations or service providers, such as 14 people, being detained or the like.
And we want to pull that into a map as well.
And of course, at any point these both have timestamps, but also spatial components depending on what information is provided and then a description. So of course we can map any of these out. And then of course you can check in, you can simply note to whoever is sort of monitoring your progress through unique user ID. You can also,
give an announcement such as, hey mom, made it to such and such a place, or I'm a little behind schedule, and it's that easy. And only people who have your unique sign-in, your unique username, can see those announcements. And the danger is, again, anybody who accesses the tool can observe those.
Yeah. So,
Yep, and then there's the report danger function, which has just literally got a kind of location, where, what, and additional information.
As simple as possible, and again, this is a tool that both allows people to access information about dangers they might encounter. It allows them to stay in touch, and that is sort of an incentivization program. You know, we'd hope that then people would also be contributing their knowledge about potential hazards that others might face.
And to begin with, we're imagining this won't be just like, probably won't be just through mobile phone individuals, but working with the shelter networks and providing them with mobile phones so that they actually help encourage people to do it when they arrive.
so the app was built with Rails, and we're using Mongo for the database, and it was actually pretty fun to make. That's why I used it, just so I can experiment with them. Basically, we have a simple authentication working. Like he said, that you can see all the reported dangers. Once you're logged in, you can make a danger, and anyone can see it regardless if they're logged in or not. So if I just demoed it before, but if I log in, I can create a danger. It'll show up here. I can also create a announcement that once you're logged in, anyone can see those announcements. Just what you said, but basically, the only thing that's not working yet is the check-in feature. We don't have any like geolocation connected in with it or anything, but and also yeah.
And this man spent the night.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. So, would you like to go, Terry?
Yeah.
So, Terry came here asking a lot of questions and talking to a lot of people about how to. She has the really big idea, and I think it's awesome. So I think myself and other people have been sort of helping her along the way to get it down to digestible bits. So it could be tackled in maybe a series of hackathon events. So
Hang on, let me just try to get this searching.
She also helps tremendously on our project.
Oh,
want to say that.
thank you. So we've got a little technical.
Oh, it's
Is it
because
the wrong plug?
yeah, it's the wrong plug.
Oh.
Hang on, let me get the right plug.
Okay. There must be one there that'll. I didn't think to bring mine, but I do have one. I think you're probably over here. It seems to be always a little slow.
Didn't like that one. Should be. One moment. Yeah.
There it is. Oh, great. Great. So I'm the poster girl for coming to RHoK with absolutely no program experience with a 20,000-foot view, and but very, very excited about the possibilities of taking an idea I've been incubating for some time down to a much closer level. So what I found here was a whole new world: alcohol, coffee, wheat. You know, I'm from Berkeley, so all this stuff was like fairly shocking to my system. Hackers galore. Full tilt learning mode, which is my absolute most fun that I ever get to have. And deciding on the BART coming in on Saturday morning to actually jump in and present this as a, you know, an opportunity for people to hack on. And got a lot of interest, which was very gratifying, but with no data sets, no two-day tasks, and no way of really being able to clarify specifically what I thought people might be able to get done in this period of time. Naturally, people went to projects where they could have the satisfaction of getting something done. So, but I got some things done too. So I got some traction. I bought biomedlink.net, which was not a name that I had, you know, played with before, but it seemed like a good idea. I made a one-page website, and there is a link there, but I don't know if it's working. We can click on the, there's a hyperlink there, but I don't know if it'll, oh my God, it actually works.
Yeah.
All right. You can click on the contact us, and there's a little form there, and then there's a Facebook page. You know, so at 11:30 last night, when I thought too fried to do anything, there was still stuff happening. And then if we can go back, there is made a 1-minute video. Thanks to Bilal, made actually several 1-minute videos, but finally settled on one where I actually looked at the camera and not at the script that I got up at 3:30 in the morning to write. And I made a simple flow chart, which I would love to show that link as well, inspired by the Nike team, who've been hard at work. Where are you? Nike team all weekend working on my supply chain, which they're going to get some use out of as well. But they introduced me to this, you know, very cool free tool, and I sat there just near enough to them to just, you know, be getting the vibe. And so I started working on some of this stuff, which I think might actually be the kind of things that programmers would find helpful. And certainly stakeholders will find helpful when I have a chance to share this with them to find out, is this the kind of information that's going to be meaningful for you, et cetera. So I really made some wonderful headway. And then in closing, it was just, I feel like half of you were on my team this weekend, if not all of you. So I want to really thank you for that. Just being in the field of the kind of commitment and contribution that people were making here was very, very touching. And for those of you who specifically offered to help me, I know where to find you. So I will be coming after you and hoping that you know, I will offer you something that will be of meaning and value to you. And RHoK was really awesome, and I want to thank all the sponsors and volunteers, and I'm definitely coming back.
Awesome. So how about the Benetech image classification team? This is Christina, Anosh, Anup, and Anush. So this was one of the projects that the problem definitions that Benetech brought, and they've been working very hard. Get the cable switched out.
Yeah, let's just take off the
yeah. Yeah.
Daisy chain.
There you go. We actually mental note 2 projectors next time. Alternating. And then next up, we're gonna have the Martis Mobile. So you guys get on deck.
What keyboard button are you pushing?
Oh, we should just project.
This does seem to work sometimes, but it
Yeah.
takes a while.
Here, check it out.
And they eventually came
Oh.
Here we
Okay,
go.
I think that just registered
Yeah.
it.
Where's your bar?
What bar?
Your application bar. No, like when you go to the
Oh, the
bottom.
dock?
Yeah, the
It's
dock.
on the right. Also, my computer decides not to respond right now. You want? Sure. Yeah. You try another one?
Yeah.
Try.
I think it's already there.
There we go. Display. There we go.
We can go off this line. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
It's not liking that laptop.
Apologies for the delay, guys.
Probably won't like this one either, but
Let's hope.
we'll try.
Okay, this had it registered it.
Yeah. I think we're gonna.
Okay, if not, I'll just.
I think it's gonna
describe.
click.
I'll just hand wave and describe our results.
I think if we just give it a second. All right, let's try.
Maybe
one
that
more time.
adapter doesn't like that. Try the.
Yeah, let's try it one last time. All right, switch adapters.
Yeah. Is there anybody who's not using a projector for it? You want the Martis team?
Thank you very much.
All right. Cool.
Step out of order. So I work with the Mars project. We actually brought two
There it goes.
two problems
There.
to this. Shh. One of them was data analysis and visualization, and when I woke up Saturday morning, people in Europe were already excited about it and working on it, and we kind of weren't ready for that, but they persisted. They did a word cloud for us. They identified some. They helped us define the problem a lot better. I haven't seen if they did any sort of final work or not. I'm hoping they did, but I don't know. But either way, we learned a whole lot from that, so that was a great experience remotely. So there's your international collaboration you wanted. Yes. So here we were working on the mobile piece of it. So our goal was to try to get an Android platform uploading data to a Marta server in a secure way. And there's a lot of moving parts there, a lot of pieces. I knew nothing about Android development before. Fortunately, David stepped up. He was a rock star on this, worked till 4 in the morning, getting us to a couple of really important milestones.
I was drinking.
Yes, we were all drinking.
And thanks to Neil as well for staying the night, and Neil and I were working as hard as we could to keep up with David as he was doing what we could do to help.
It helps documentation, so that's always a good thing. No one else wants to do.
So we did end up, we identified that the platform will support the crypto security that we need, doesn't need any add-ons for that. That's great.
We found an XML RPC library that works. It's a little different. It's a newer version than the one that's in the desktop. We'll be able to upgrade that. That'll work. So we were actually able to communicate to the server from the Android emulator, which is fantastic. So huge steps forward, and we're definitely looking forward to taking it the rest of the way. I feel like the hard stuff is really behind us, and it's just making it all click together now. So thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, second time's the charm. So the problem that we were working on was image classification. More precisely, it was actually given textbook images, identify which of them are formulas and which of them are not formulas, so that we can direct the ones that are formulas to a math expert who would translate them to MathML, which would be easier to convert to audio or other accessible formats. So these are some examples of the images that we had. The left 3 images are what we call formulas. The right are not formulas, like pretty much everything else. So the solution we came up with was, the first thing we got a lot of data from Gerardo. We classified them to create a training data set. We extracted some features, text and histogram and other image features, and classified them using naive Bayes and logistic regressions. So I have some results for logistic regressions. The accuracy is about 93% and 95% on the two. This is with 2,000 images. We have maybe like 15,000 images total, so I didn't quite get enough time to iterate on all of them. So if you want the more details about statistics, come talk to me. Okay, let me just quickly show you. So this is this is what the image is, the ground truth, and what the prediction for that is. I just want to quickly highlight a couple of interesting ones. So it does make mistakes. So for example, in this case, this we had classified as formula. The algorithm predicted as non-formula. But it also found some interesting ones. This was a human error. We classified this image as a non-formula, but it's clearly the formula which the algorithm predicted correctly. So that's kind of nice. The next step for us is we actually got the OCR features, but we haven't incorporated that into the classification yet because the dimensionality of the text is quite high and it needs some little more experimentation and thought. We can also potentially extend this framework to do multi-class classification. Right now it's formula, non-formula. We can say that, hey, this is the image of a person. So instead of saying that the audio version of the textbook reading just image of who, it'll actually say image of President Bush or whatever. And then, of course, integrate with Poet, which is the outsourcing tool that Benedict already has, so that we can get the MathML markup. And the team for this project was Gerardo, Christina, who's here, Anush, who had to step out, and myself. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. I was also interested in machine vision for a long time. I've been working on it incrementally. I feel like I learned more about this than anything and couldn't contribute as much. But I feel like it's such a difficult problem to teach a computer how to read and differentiate between an image that has a formula and an image that doesn't. And it's so easy to underestimate how many training images you need. We did 2,000 images, but it's barely just touching the cusp of the problem. And it's gonna be interesting when computers can walk around and tell you, "Hi, I know what this actually say. They'll read it to you," which is ultimately what we're trying to get towards.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks. I mean, I was completely blown away that we got this far, and next week I'm actually headed to meet with a bunch of experts down at Asilomar that are trying to look at these issues, because the #1 complaint from educators in STEM, in math and science education, for kids with print disabilities, so blind, low vision, dyslexic, is that math is completely inaccessible in these books. And now, with the ability to identify which images are math in books, we can actually give priority to those images and route them to the experts that can actually fix the issues. So this is going to be very impactful work.
So, Fableverse guys, who have something you would like to show.
Yes. I mean,
Try that.
So Joseph and Mael have been really traveling around the globe for the last year or so with this idea. Where did you guys work on it? Start up Chile initially.
Yeah.
And last time I ran into them was in Amsterdam at the Next Web conference, and they've been to TechCrunch Disrupt and the web, and Babelverse is the product that they've been developing, and it's a very powerful tool. It can be used for lots of different things, but it's a it's a crowdsourced translation tool. And so why don't you talk about what you worked on this weekend?
Yeah, actually we came here to do one thing. We didn't do that thing, but we did two other things instead. So we'll show you what we did. But I guess the first thing we'll talk about is the video. So we had the Nike Makers video, which we wanted to send out to our community and also people in this room, and also the other RHoK events happening around the world. We pushed a message out to find people that would interpret that video, which was actually harder than it seemed, because first of all, they thought it was text, so they were sending us back text, which is not what we want. Second, this video is quite an impactful video, and they have to act, but they're just interpreters, so that it has to also be in sync with the video. So it was a challenge, but we ended up with, we have more coming, but we have three audios. So let's try Danish, and that was done by Lasse. Let's see if this works. Audio. Let's see. And this is just a very hacked together page that we would improve. Can we plug it into the...
Så ikke fejl. Vi hader bæredygtighed. Vi hader, at folk ikke engang vi hader, når det bliver ledelsesbeslutninger, når der sendt videre ned igennem systemet, så var det ordentligt skål. Vi er færdige med det. Vi er her for at løfte sløret for en ny tidsalder for det samme. Tidsalder, der handler om at lave bedre ting og lave ting i tid.
How many languages did you know that's translated to?
Actually, we have three that are officially done, but we have Danish, Italian, and Hungarian. But we also have Mandarin and Arabic on their way.
One more?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do Italian.
Non sbagliatevi. Noi odiamo la parola sostenibilità. Noi odiamo che le persone non vogliono più neanche sentire quella parola. Noi odiamo sia diventata una decisione di management che viene ereditata come un paio di scarpe di seconda mano.
Who speaks Italian? Is it correct?
Noi siamo tutti sbagliati una nuova era del design. Un'era dove le cose si fanno migliori e si fanno meglio.
Anyway, so, but we actually made a little interface here, so we can do many more videos in the future, which we do want to do. So anytime you come across an archived video on YouTube, we can then push it out to all of our speakers and then get it back very quickly in other languages, which is great. We did the Obama State of the Union live in real time, and we had about 80 different people interpreting the 1 hour speech, and about 1,000 people listening in. And it's great because people get access to what Obama's talking about there live before, say, news broadcasters spin what he says or whatever, in their language. So it's pretty good. What's the other thing that we did?
So basically, what we did is we ended up taking opportunities according to the people we met here. So here we met somebody from Google who put us onto some nifty stuff they do with maps. We also met a linguist who helped us out and gave us access to some interesting data. So this is one of the things we did is
we did some data mining, and we really want to create a true, a really rich database of spoken languages across the world, down to city, street levels. What's spoken where,
So this is
and also it's enrich it with crowdsourcing of our community as well.
So this is data about the U.S. You can see how many people speak English, or not in this case actually. And down here, so we cross-reference different data sources to come up with this map, which is the distribution of polyglots in the U.S.
What?
People who speak
Polyglots.
a language other than English at home, but also speak English very well. So number one is New Mexico with 26%. And number two is actually California with almost 24%, so that's cool. New York is also pretty high, New Jersey, 16%.
So this helps us also target Bowelverse and find polyglots around the world. So we really want to get this down to street level. We use census data and other data that we found on the web.
That map will look very different in Europe.
Yeah. We need to source all of that data, which is shitloads of data.
That's the technical.
Yeah, another map we did, for example, is for each language. Each language, we have a map of where that's spoken in the world.
Yeah, that's dynamic.
There it is. So here you can see Portuguese. And then you can go and click on country and get more. This is all work in progress, but the idea is to get people to contribute data sources, census data, whatever they can find, and merge that all together and come up with interesting stuff.
And eventually, in the future, we will make the mobile application for crisis response. That we will do that too. We'll do many things, but thanks a lot, everyone.
I think the last team is the Nike team. You guys ready to go?
Yeah, very much.
Am I missing anyone else? Okay.
So thanks so much, Babelverse. That's awesome. We'll get you the audio without the speech behind it, and then you can make it sound cool. So we came here with a pretty huge problem. So it's not surprising that we haven't fixed materials yet. but actually, you know, we've come a really long way. It's really exciting, and it seems fair to let everyone in my team explain it. So this is John, Gordon, and Brian who are going to take you through how far we've come as a sort of cross-national team. We've got DC as well, and Seattle working on it. So.
Thank you, Matt. So my name is John Hollister, and the project was working with Nike to help designers select materials and supply chains that better meet their needs so that they can improve the products that they make to improve or lessen the impact on the world. So it's a great product stewardship project. So we are working with teams in Seattle, in DC, and as well as here. And in DC, they made an add-on to a browser that allows people, I'm sorry, Seattle, excuse me, Seattle, the browser add-on was to select a product that they're browsing on the browser and then to see the impact of that product using this tool. In DC, they created the application that the developers will be using that we are linking to, and the focus of our team here was working on the supplier database. So the supplier database allows you to search suppliers, create suppliers, and rate suppliers. And now Gordon and Brian will walk us through that technology.
And just to briefly interrupt before you guys do, to get the real indication of what the impact of the material is, the supplier, the role that the supplier plays is hugely important. In fact, you could say it's just as important as the actual material content. So this is a really important piece, and it's yeah, they've done an amazing job on it, unlike the Wi-Fi.
So to start out, we were trying to capture the various users who might be putting data into the supplier database. You've got the kind of designers who are going to be using the composite materials created by various other suppliers. So they would be purchasing an 80% cotton, 20% latex blend. The distributors and suppliers would be represent the two types of folks who might be selling or moving this material. And agencies here represent third-party organizations, certification bodies, NGOs, groups like Greenpeace or others who might also have a lot of built-up information already on these on suppliers and manufacturers, and would be able to put that in for us. So if the Wi-Fi can stay up, so the roles are a little different, and will when a particular type of user rates a particular supplier, their role will play into that. So for example, third parties like Greenpeace or an NGO would have to verify with us that they are in fact that group. And then their rating would be given more weight than an anonymous user who created an account and said, yeah, the supplier is really eco-friendly. So here we go. So this is the view for a particular user. You're looking at the suppliers as the main list here, and they're sorted by their environmental impact. And this is based on a tool or an index, a series of criteria created by Nike that are designed to take down internet networks wherever they find them. And are clearly quite successful. So
There's a carrot.
That would separate probably. So these are the.
He doesn't have an Ethernet jack.
Oh, right. Yeah, we found a weakness. So the idea here is that there will be in the future both a simple and a complex set of criteria. Right now we have only the simple version being computed. So the thought is that a designer may not know, the exact certifications of a supplier, and so they will answer these 6 yes or no questions, whether or not they believe their supplier uses any of the substances on the restricted substance list, whether they've passed certification degree chemistry program, clean water program, etc. And then these are effectively added together, and they produce the environmental impact number there. So in using this, a user would search for a supplier. So if you want to search, right, you can narrow it down to the particular ones you're working with. If they don't exist, there we go. So you've searched for cotton, and it's narrowed the list down to just suppliers who have cotton in their name. You can add a new supplier at the bottom left. And you fill out. So this would be someone you would have a relationship with that wasn't already in the database. So obviously contact information and type is just a broad, at the moment, kind of general way to categorize that you can sort on later. And then you can also add scores. So Brian, actually, if you would create a new one, you can see that there will be no score for that person, and we can give them a score.
And these scores that we're pulling out get combined with the DC's tool's material score. So you sort of make a composite of, let's say, leather and synthetic leather, and then you choose your supplier, rate them based on these criteria, and be able to get an overall score for their environmental impact. And the important bit about that is that you'll then be able to compare that to an alternative option and decide on what you're going to make things out of based on a much better knowledge.
And that's why you'll see a negative modifier here. So I think the material score is out of 24 or so.
No, it's all out of 100 that they can go.
Okay. Well, so that even if you're using a particularly wonderful material when it comes to the ecological impact of it, if the supplier has particularly bad environmental credentials, it will subtract even from the value of using that material. Mm-hmm. So in some cases, designer will be able to see that if they're using a particularly friendly, if they're using Rockstar Limited here, with a +18 environmental rating, and material that may even only have a couple points, that's better than using a material that has an 18 rating and a supplier that has a negative modifier. So they'll be able to put those together and get a really powerful ability to control the impact of the products they're creating. So here we'll set up a score for our new awesome supplier. And you'll see them there. They're not that awesome. So Brian, you want to mention the technologies we used?
Sure. So we don't have any designers with this, so we kind of just threw Bootstrap up on this from Twitter. We're using Rails, and we are using Postgres on the back end. We're sharing the same database from the folks that were doing work in DC. So they were doing the PHP front end that the designers would use, that would consume the data that our interface is. Our interface would help you insert into the database, and yeah, so it's right now it's their project and our project on the same machine on EC2, just using the same database.
One of the things that's
and
sorry, did you?
there's also a JSON API for all this as well, so that their group or any others would be able to consume this in a programmatic way.
So is Rails calling into your database?
So you can see, and this is not very pretty, but this is machine parsable.
Is that Rails calling into your database, or do you guys end up going with a separate API
It's just directly on that database.
Yep. So one of the things that's really exciting about what this data, when it's properly combined with the materials tools will let you do, is if you have an idea of what you're making, if you're a designer, odds are you're not going to make a shoe out of zinc, right? Or you're not going to make a t-shirt out of wood. So you've got an idea of the materials you're going to use. What this will let you do is, because we've linked the materials with the suppliers, it'll not only let you see what your score for your current supplier is, but it can suggest other suppliers that have in the past produced that or similar composites, which is huge because it gives a massive incentive for, firstly, for materials developers and designers to use this tool, but also it gives a huge incentive for suppliers to use this tool and enter in their information and up their game and get higher scores. So I think that's probably one of the most powerful elements of this. As a database, it's fantastic, but as a combination with the materials tool and a way of searching for better suppliers, it's huge. So well done, these guys.
Great. All right. Well, thank everybody for the presentations. Christian and Todd and Rob are going to go into this room and discuss for about 10 minutes. There's beer and wine and pizza. Please help yourself, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
And a round of applause for you.
Oh yeah.
Hey, who's this? Hey, what's up? I did indeed, and I have it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I'll go get you. Okay.
Look at his table. So I will send that to you. I also have some of your things. Send me the pictures of what you're doing You don't want me to try to 360 the way that I see it. Like I'm the anti-designer. Right. I am the anti-designer. You design. I make things happen. Right.
Oh, this is also good.
So I tried to get the map to work, and it's like I finally got the map working, but it just includes the but it wants exactly the same web page. We have so much difference. So it's like, okay, well, we got nowhere with that. You know, I just spent the weekend getting so you get the indent now in red instead of white. You know, so
I was struggling with just learning a little bit how to use it and trying to figure out. I mean, I was figuring out content at the same time. So still an hour. It's pretty awesome.
I'll just go and write that down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you still should have been able to get it. And it's not, anybody can edit it. The screen share, you'll see, like, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, even if somebody else in there. Yeah, I mean, it still should let you know. Because, I mean, the thing with Google Docs is you can actually be in there. I mean, I've done it where you have 4 or 5 people editing at the same time.
I guess we're
I was like 37, I was like, I'm back to that. Yeah, and their firewall problems. Oh, well, yeah, sure. So, Oh no, actually, I want to talk to Les. Did you ever get a chance to get? Did you put anything like out in GitHub or anything? I just want to make sure I don't lose anything you did.
But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't come here until
no problem.
I had a friend who called me. He's back home in Denmark. He had a league at his house here in San Francisco. So I was up there at 5
So you're being a plumber, right?
Trying, yeah. No, but you're gonna keep working on the project.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sent the data that I found to the database guy. I don't know how much of it you could use. Has he been here today?
Robbie hasn't been here. He wasn't going to be here at all this week.
Okay.
Or today. He was only here the first part of the weekend.
I sent it to him, but I didn't really hear it. So I can send that to you also.
Yeah, if you would. I just want to make sure I get it into the archive so we have it. And then, yeah, if you want to keep working, just keep in touch with Samantha. I think she's got the mailing list.
Is the project located here in San Francisco?
Well, it's actually, I mean, Samantha is the one that's running it, and she's down in Austin, so she's really the overall lead for it.
I didn't really get a chance to talk to her, but I think she added me to Skype.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay. So I appreciate all the work. I mean, I really do. I know it's kind of chaotic and.
Yeah, well, that's how it is.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's really good.
Okay. Yeah.
And you managed to get a couple of things done also?
Yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of pieces done, but it's like I didn't really have anything to show because nothing was put together, you know? So it's kind of like, well, we worked on the database, and Lessa did some great stuff finding, public data, and, all this stuff. But, yeah.
I mean, I guess this is one of the things where all of a sudden it all comes together.
Yeah.
Taking it piece by piece. So what are you doing besides this project? Are you full-time with this? Or?
Oh, no, this is just something I've been doing since the Space Apps Challenge. So yeah, I actually worked down in Mountain View at Perceptive Pixel, do large format touch displays.
How can this work with Zero Minds?
Yeah, I
too,
mean,
'cause
that
stuff
one
is
is
really cool. Yeah. And I've actually when I did my graduate in robotics, when I did my graduate research, that was one of the things I looked at was clearing minds. In fact, I actually looked them up. I have a couple of papers somewhere I've been presented at conferences on clearing minds with swarms of robots. So
Yeah, I was just thinking, for them it would probably be important to get somebody public known to try to take this forward. I'm thinking of one guy in particular, Paul McCartney, very active regarding the No More Landmines. Yeah, and not that I have a direct connection there, but I know a guy who's in London who's good friends with his
Know a guy who
so
knows
like,
a guy.
I know a guy, and that's probably not going to take us anywhere, but I think still, to get somebody who could go out and advocate this public with a much larger voice. I know a lot of things can be utilized through social media, but to accelerate the whole process, that's huge. He actually wore a shirt on most of his Back to the World tour where it said no more Landmines. And he had that through the whole tour.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he's pretty passionate about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a way to get it.
That would be cool.
I'll try to connect to them and see what we do. That is a cool project. I think I'm also impressed with the things that people do this weekend.
Yeah, they're actually working.
When the ideas were presented, a lot of them were very vague in the way that they were defined.
Yeah.
But it seemed like everybody got something done.
I think everyone got some done. I mean, some obviously got farther than others, and some already came in. I mean, I would have liked to have come in with more than we did. We sort of had the pieces we had from the Space Apps Challenge, but hadn't worked on it much since then. And so I was hoping to pull those together. But it's kind of funny because, like the Santo Domingo guys, I thought they were working on the redesign of the webpage, and they redesigned the webpage. It's actually, in reality, it's the same webpage they had on the Space Apps Challenge, but now it's red instead of white. I'm like, okay, well that didn't help much. It's like we had this whole design, we had this designer come up with, and you guys did the same webpage again. So, those things happen. I think make sure you contact Samantha because I know she is actually wanting to. She was asking me if I could do a follow-up meeting sometime during the week, and I know she wants to try and get some progress on. And no, that'd be great. Yeah, if you're interested in continuing. And I don't know if you missed the announcement or not, but the Zero Minds guys are doing a hackathon like next weekend.
Yeah, I still have to go to hackathon in Hamburg next week, so I'm not going to be there, but
that's a long
but I'm trying to connect with them and see what I can do.
Squirrely little guy, huh?
Cool, but let's see. I really feel that it's the whole voting thing that the judges and maybe find out the winner of the whole thing is interesting, but
it's kind of silly.
It seems like everybody felt that they got something. The way everybody talked about the experience here, it's very positive. I did a couple. I did 2 random acts. I had this Denmark had the RHoK 2 and RHoK 3 in Denmark. Okay. And I organized them. And we had about 150 people the event. The thing that goes on during the event is of course hugely important, but the thing that's going to keep on going afterwards is really where the important things come in.
The projects that go on and the partnerships people form that they continue.
Exactly. That's right. Awesome. I'll try to get going.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't want to keep you from your pizza, but I just wanted to say hi and glad to see you. And I appreciate everything you did. I know it was just tough to do things this weekend, but that's how they go, So I really appreciate it. Okay.
Once everybody, it's a 7-hour house. Once they get to the end, they're going to decide. Yeah, I think so. What they do is I'll check in with Seth, making sure it's basically we're doing 3 code sprints there. One is for so we're doing 3 code sprints there. Then we're doing 2 coding events next month. So I'm having time on that as well. VMware's been really exciting. For our pilot week, that's very, kind of really proof of concept. We'll build this platform, and then other employees that are code volunteer and maybe and they
they launched their volunteer program. We launched it a alpha version of the platform, and no one signed up. And they're like, don't worry, no one signed up at all. Friends volunteer opportunity. So three things. We had a tech talk. And they said, tech talks usually 25 to 40 people max. We had 20. So, really, can you put that again? So, a lot of good stuff going on.
I didn't know there were actually 5
No, the algorithm. Right. This is supposed to do data sets. Trash and trash.
I need help.
No, totally. No, it's my task.
Because I'm on the scale. Like the arm instead of leg. I'm like, you can hook me up with this.
Let's figure out what we need to do. Work together. It's a lot of good
Basically, what that is it's going to be our I threw so what that site's going to do is it's going to expose the developer.
They called and this is like sure it's Windows, they recorded whatever response.
I was part of where again, all these projects all over the place. I have funding and
the original people that actually put that together. I had one that's called ours was using Connect so our event I participated in
they go through the same iterations of
labeled as
or at least something right? So
I love that. Right? We've got, it's really neat. I'll talk to Gerardo and check on his schedule. I mean, a lot of what we're doing, the reason I'm whining about our website is just because we've got the placeholder on there now. And we just submitted to the Bureau of Software. It's a big consultancy that does technology projects for like major NGOs. And they're considering building our platform for us. Because right now all the matching's done manually. So we're like, we have to actually get the first iteration of the matching platform built. Right now we can't do functionality. Really, really basic. It's kind of funny to hear you talk about it. There might be some ways that we can matching together.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, I want to make sure that as much data as key to liability, but like just open all the way. There's so much possibility.
Yeah.
Where it can go.
No, it's awesome. I'm really excited. I love anything like this.
Just email you. Send me a calendar invite.
Thanks, everyone. Great to talk to you. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
But the thing is that y'all
Oh, no, you're fine.
You basically put this from.
Yeah, it was 5% of the work I did.
The next experiment.
At most.
The next experiment.
I contribute design ideas. I was thinking I can't get
I just do some scanning methods.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah. I got to remove
Not that I know of.
I remember those couple of days. I went out for a gift of I work with federal science.
Do you just have public repos out there?
Yeah.
I have a few secure ones.
Alright, well I'll follow email.
What do you like to accomplish?
Social Printing for Good is, so Benetex presented the artists program, bookshare program. Social Printing for Good is Benetex's newest initiative, which is the one that I run.
I was with the data scientist last year. I was in October.
Data Dive?
Yeah, I was there, yeah.
You did, so you might have met Megan, who works with
Yeah,
artists,
Megan,
right?
right.
Yeah, had a great, actually chat with Jake the other day.
Okay. Oh, Jake, yeah.
Norway.
This is in New York. This is in Columbia. This is in New York.
Where he is now, traveling a lot. But yeah, so it's good. You know, you work really hard for 48 hours on some project, and then
Press 1.
actually only people gather some pages in retired. They're forgetting what their project
One last party and then you can sleep.
That was awesome. I would love to be on the planet. I was yeah.
So what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah. That was
what we're doing is we're matching art. We match all of the to meet everything from people, web developers
Well, one yourself actually is different for them. Then you're also a team attendant in Japan, Brazil. And and I'm not part of the University of California part as well. So bring that class in. That multiple chapter director of film production. We have a lot of events and things. And that's we like for the Hollywood movies and all that.
One of my other consulting clients is have you ever been that's the film part's not related to this.
Because we were able to really transmedia events because I usually have events. We have I'm going to say about the environment. And then we have the panel discussion about the individuals, say, providers, some of the from the EPA, some of the various administrations. They're there as a presenter, some of the best questions. And then after that, we have a session of 4 to 6 weeks or consistently working on the impact of bringing the community involved, ensuring the ROI and that value and helping to train the local community.
So you're here in the city then?
Yes,
I'll send you a personal email in a couple of weeks to follow up from this. We're doing a big Google event this week, so I'm trying not to promise that I'll get back to anybody this week, but I'll ping you next week to follow up. Let's see, there might be something that we can do together.
I'm that's some friends in Africa that were benefited by medicine. So I know about you guys. Been around for a long time.
Well, thank you so much. Have a great week. Well, what's left of the weekend? Have a good week.
It's like, no.
Princess, you know, Mars, down, man, down.
So, I'll definitely hit you guys up in regards to
So we're still, it's really funny.
Crazier the color. It's one of the guys. Let's not go there. It's discussion. Yeah. No. That could be also very soon. Yeah. They managed to get into a lot of very. Okay. Just send it over wherever you've got it. Again, let's iterate a couple times.
So you can also like build your. Nice. Yeah, that kind of stuff I love. I try to do it. I do a little bit with NASA. Yeah, it's terrible. No good way to do it. You do find one large few websites that you can talk to and ask them for data. So many parameters to tell. Like I'm listening work in that field to know or work in like jobs. And then beyond that, a lot of data you want to get all these horrible weather things or just being in a programmatic way that I'm not getting to share. I've even actually tried to do this other websites
Maybe max 2 maybe 3 people versus
here. I
otherwise it's kind of like price or another person.
Yeah.
Yeah, letter 10 would be excellent. And then once you get the confirmation signed back, I might add like build a healthcare app in a day, and then use ATT, SMS, I mean, like, I just want to show you. This is really cool. Let me grab my phone a second ago. Okay, so if you got your phone, or here, hold on.
I'm proud to say that
First, if you have something geared towards emerging markets, that's really a high topic.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like, the idea would be to like build a base app for
emerging markets. Yeah.
Hey, does anybody know where the audio cable is for this thing? Where's the termination point? Oh, there. Okay. Okay, so I need to see. Okay, so. Okay, so the code is. So I'm using. I wrote this in the last hour. So using Tropos, then ask what is the password, and then if the password, so then say the repeat the password back that you input it, and then if the password is correct, if the password equals 1, then say you may enter.
Do you want this to be an open forum? About where the attendees are from, or developers are contributing?
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. So, after much deliberation and sorting through the stack of gift cards,
That is a big stack.
It is a big stack. So, first, thank you everybody. This is like my fifth RHoK that I've been a part of, and each one it gets better and better, and just the sheer amount of collaboration and the vision of the problem definitions this time just have far surpassed any previous RHoK that I've been a part of. So thank you guys for that and making it awesome. So one thing before, there are a few people that rocked through the night. Can you raise your hand if you did?
Still awake.
If you're still awake.
Still have enough power.
I want to give a round of applause to these guys. So we're gonna go through and I guess we have a bunch of gift cards, right? So if you're local and you like Jamba Juice, let me know and you can have one of those. We've got some Cold Stone Creamery gift cards.
Yeah.
We've got day passes to here, so if you next space, and we've got some 4 movie tickets at Cinemark. These are platinum. Just saying. And these are all courtesy of Tropo. So first, I'd like to say the RHoK Veterans Hall of Fame Award. I didn't know this, but this team worked at the very first RHoK that we had in Mountain View at Hacker Dojo, and that is the Responder Maps project. Come on up. Take a picture.
Yes, photo op. Stay put. All right, paparazzi. Great time.
Pick a card.
I'll figure it out later.
All right. Here, have some ice cream. Thank you, guys. The Insomniac International Award is going to go to the Make It Safe team.
Yay!
We figured because you guys rocked through the night.
Where are they?
They're sleeping.
Yeah.
He's like, what? What am I doing here?
All of
He's the only one, yeah. Who else is there?
He's the only one who's
Come on,
been
come on.
picking.
Come on.
That,
Yeah, but you're all part of the team.
Okay,
Come on.
team members.
That's what we're doing. Okay.
Photo op.
He's gonna get the credit for that.
1, 2, 3.
Here. Go to the movies. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the Muppet Arms Award for Gesticular Persistence goes to Super Sorter. Muppet Arms.
Go for the wave. Go for the
Muppet Arms over here.
Jamba Juice movies. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So the the NorCal Granola Geek Award goes to BioMedLink.
NorCal Granola Link. Okay.
Geek.
Geek.
Oh, they're official.
Honorary geek.
I'm a
award.
geek girl.
It's not very glamorous, but it's cool.
Gotcha.
Would you care for some Jamba Juice?
Wow.
Doesn't contain coffee, alcohol, or weed.
Yeah. It's gluten free.
Go to the movies. Just go to the movies. It's Not Mine, It's Yours award goes to Zero Minds.
That's the It's Not Mine, It's Yours collaboration.
Oh, okay. Yes. That was for they did a lot of cross collaboration here and helping other teams. We thought that was awesome.
Winner.
That's how you tread softly. I'd like to see a movie.
Go see a movie. All right, no more movies, guys.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
I'm going for the juice.
Go for the Jamba Juice. All right. So the next award is the highly coveted Fruit Salad Award for cross hackathon collaboration goes to Pineapple.
Ken, come on.
Come on, Ken. This is I like this because this is the first time I've seen not a hackathon that started in one hackathon and came to another hackathon. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Over here, guys.
Okay.
Cheese. Cheese, pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple, yeah.
Pineapple.
We've got the pineapple.
Oh!
I'll get the pineapple.
Go get the pineapple.
Thanks.
Single cherries too.
Jamba Juice, Day Pass.
I'm glad to know that my
Cold
mentoring comes
Stone.
in handy. Always have your
Okay, there we go.
All right, put the pineapple in the middle.
Pineapple in the middle. Here we go.
1, 2.
Pineapple hat.
Perfect.
All right. The Fruit Salad Award. Okay. Next team is. We liked what they did, but they didn't quite finish. So we're giving them a Work in Progress Award to the Martis team.
Oh, buddy.
Almost made it.
Almost made it.
That would be a good name for award. The Almost There Award.
The Almost
Right.
There.
Are we there yet?
Day Pass Jamba Juice or ice cream.
All the above.
Jamba Juice. Jamba
I'm leaving town in the
Juice.
morning, so it's gonna go to someone else.
Jamba Juice. Day Pass. Jamba Juice. Cold Stone. All right. right, so now we are going to the final three. So, third place for just rocking it, not just doing it. The Nike team. Just do it.
Awesome work, guys.
Yeah, great job. Also liked your cross-city collaboration as well. That was really cool. Yes. Thanks, guys. Would you care for ice cream, Jamba Juice, co-working?
Thank you.
Jamba Juice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. I'm sure we'll be in touch. Safe travels. Everybody say bye to Matt.
Bye.
So, the second place award for enabling international communication through language goes to Babelberg.
Oh,
What?
your ticket.
I just sent Mael to do something.
Yeah. It's errand boy.
This is how founders get put out of the company. Oh, wait. Here.
Oh yeah.
Just give me
Here.
juice. It's good. No.
You want some juice?
Yeah, juice.
Get two.
All right.
You don't need day passes. And first place, we thought for tackling a really difficult problem with very sophisticated technology that none of us judges really understand how they did it, goes to the image recognition team from Benetech. Good job.
Hold on. Wait, let me see if you can do. Can you scooch in?
Yeah. Look at the guy with
Should we?
prophetic shirt
Like
there.
1, 2, 3.
All right. So a couple real quick things.
Prizes.
Share prizes.
Yeah, where's the prize?
Jamba Juice.
How's that right?
Cold Stone.
Daughter will definitely.
Go for it.
Jamba. Co-working.
Actually, I'm curious about you guys.
All right, come back. Take two.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Anybody else that would like some Jamba Juice? You're all winners.
Actually, I never got my
Yeah,
card.
go ahead. So a couple housekeeping things. Please update your problem definitions on the RHoK site, or else we're going to come take the gift cards back.
I'm not going to let you out the door, actually, until you put your problem definition on the RHoK site.
The sustainability partners, Geeks Without Bounds, you have a week to make a short video if you would like to apply for mentorship. We would love to see some of the teams apply for that and help us learn the process as well. This is a pilot program. The Benetech is also doing a video as well, so you can submit. If anybody has any questions about either of those, talk to me or Celine. And
Yeah, I'll plus one that we really are excited about the sustainability partnerships, and it's not just for the top 3 winners.
Yeah,
So anybody who participated here who thinks they have a project that could benefit from this kind of support, to take it to the next step, to get it implemented, and actually get out there and make a difference. We encourage you to do that.
Can I
Yeah.
get people to sign up for Social Coding? And so, if you are continuing on your project you did here, awesome, rock on, we love that. If you're not, and you want to find a way to continue sustaining your support of humanitarian free and open source software, please make sure to sign up for Social Coding for Good, the sustainability partnership with RHoK, and we're working alongside GWOG. It's socialcodingforgood.org/RHoK. Sign up. We're partnered with a lot of other great organizations building open source software, and your contributions are desperately needed
your code, your program management, your product management, design, etc. So we'd love to help sustain your contribution that started at RHoK and continue that even if you're not working on a project that goes on.
Yeah,
absolutely. You can have fun all year long.
All year long. Quick shout out, thank you to the sponsors, Dropbox, Vantage Communications, Nike, Kind Snacks, and Tropo.
For us to be here and this space and the prizes, so we're very grateful.
I'm very lucky in my job that I get to do stuff like this and somebody pays me to do it. As you're winding out, we have, help us finish those kegs.
And pizza.
And pizza. If anybody wants to take one to their roommates or whatever, please do. I think we've got about 10 left.
Babbleverse.
Also, Christina and I have to get this place back into shape because there are coworkers coming in the morning. So if you can help us grab any stray cups or whatever, and just bring it all back to the kitchen, that would be very, very helpful. Thank you guys for making this an awesome RHoK, and we will see you next time in December.
Before we start, can I nominate one more round of applause? So someone who came here this weekend, moved house on Friday, came here the entire weekend, helped run a media event last night as well, and that person is Johnny Diggs right here. Who
I'm gonna get a Jamba Juice. Thank you guys.
All right, stickers on the way out too.
And for those who haven't seen them yet, there's also noise bridge stickers. I'll put them on the desk on the way out.